Hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar series. I am Belle. I'm with Pao. He's going to be the facilitator or presenter during this session. Ito po ang una naming session, Breaking Barriers, webinar series for Autism Awareness Month. Go ahead, Pao.
Okay, ma'am. Hello po. Again, this is just little talk, hopefully. For I think can I yes, I'll try to share na po. Okay, wait, wait. Uh, yeah. Okay, do you see my screen po, ma'am?
Still loading.
Still loading. How about now po?
Yes, Pao. Can you click the percent?
Percent. Uh, where is it from? The present.
Or slideshow? Sa
Yes,
taas.
slideshow.
Yes,
Um,
sa taas. Yes.
eh, oh, di pala. I think it's in nasa bottom. I think it's in the bottom. So, pasensya po, since it's medyo,
Sa taas, Pao. Sa taas. Ito.
at this one.
No, 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 no. Hold on for a minute. That's Etong animation, slide. Ayan. Slideshow. Yes. Yes. Very good.
So hello po everyone. Once again, my name is Pao. Um, for those who don't know me, I am a person with autism, and uh, I'm grateful to be part of BTS. Um, and yeah, I'm an I am an advocate, autism advocate, and I currently am a law student, which is I'm grateful for BTS for allowing me to pursue my dreams. But for tonight, I'm here to talk about um uh, break beyond labels. The relationship of mental health and autism. Uh, so yeah. So again, for the objectives of this talk is for us to like understand the mental health challenges in neurodivergent individuals, um, learn some factors about the mental health issues, dealing with challenges as well as alexithymia. So basically, this focuses more on like the depression, the relationship of depression and autism, um, particularly to autistic adults, who suffer from, like live from day to day life. And disclaimer alert, before that, I would like to say that my personal experience and observations has been a huge part in making this. Since upon making this talk, I am trying to be like less cliche than ever. Trying to be like unique and all of that. And upon researching, I cannot help but think like we kind of like give the same answer, which is understandable. But since we wanted to like find more about like dive deeper, so I thought perhaps personal experience will help. And of course, before anything else, I just want to show my inspiration here. Lenny Felix. He is a person with autism from Love on the Spectrum. He's the reason why I made this talk because upon watching his video, his side, he he actually said that uh, if given a chance that he would be born normal, you know, he would be he would like that, instead of uh, instead of she should just give him $1 million or something, he would rather be born like normal. So for me, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But yeah, it's understandable since yeah. So understanding depression basically it's about a persistency of sadness, emptiness, um, loss of interest or pleasure, and again some forms of depression comes from lack of daily activities, no motivation or interaction, or like loss of purpose or or goal in life. And of course, a reason for that is perhaps the norms, expectations in societies, like are like everyone else, us autistic people have our own lives, and since we kind of struggled, socially, have our own struggles. But this so keeping with the norms, expectations, is quite challenging, especially, there's a lot of misunderstandings in which will be tackled later. Um, so here are some challenges here, like for social and emotional complex, like uh, navigating or understanding social cues, um, experiences or like bullying, emotional distress, like peer pressure, rejection, mental exhaustion, um, like other factors such as, of course, people's expectations and family pressure. And so, upon doing this, just sometimes just add thoughts, like perhaps it's not just me, perhaps it happens to you, like uh, Pers- perhaps there's time where you said that I wish I was born normal, or why was I born this way? Is there any hope for me? Like that. Uh, like I remember when this is something that even me, like I myself, like although I am like grateful for the things that I have in life, the opportunities, being able to talk to you. But yeah, I really can't help but think about it, like what could have I did been done if I was more normal. But yeah, this is you know, uh, and upon from aside from that, we have peer social media pressure, of course, from expectations, since um us being you know uh like uh how should I say this? Like I saw like the video of Chris Rock like saying some stuff, stop telling kids that they're special. Yeah, I understand that. And the thing here is I think perhaps that perhaps your parents doesn't expect much from you, but your society does, like uh, it cannot be helped that sometimes you are an adult, you're being judged. Let's say you're 20 something years old, and you are barely keeping up with your job, or you're barely earning, yeah, or you're still not married, and of course seeing that, of course, the same goes to the social media where you just see other people, you saw other people being successful, going on, um, doing the things that they like. Um, and you also have um, sensory and regulatory challenges, like sensory overload, um, masking, stimming, uh, repetitive behaviors. And of course, this would end up for increased meltdowns and overstimulating environments. Um, yeah, and we also have mental and psychological factors such as challenges with uh, emotions. Like describing emotions like alexithymia, like the difficulty of expressing emotions, low self-esteem, insecurities, difficulty understanding social situation, lost goal, and limited preferred activities. Uh, yeah, and I just want to share this, like upon making this, like the cycle of how bullying and misunderstanding, can cause depression um and us autistic individuals. So there, for example, for instances that we tend to be, you know, we tend to show our autistic tendencies, like stimming in public, or like masking, or trying our best to mask, but we're getting exposed. So there's bullying or misunderstanding, like people would either tease you or say, why are you doing that, why are you doing those things, you know and of course being uh like unable to express our situation, our side. This causes misunderstanding because, again, because of expectations, they think that you're just being weird or something. And because of more misunderstanding, this gives a tendency to for us individuals to just lose hope, just isolate ourselves more, or even give up on life, which ends up us getting bullied or understood more, giving us a reputation that we are weird and loner, and uh, without us knowing that the cycle keeps on repeating, that it causes depression. Um, so, and another thing that I want to share here is, that this person-centered theory by Carl Rogers. Now, I know for us here in BTS, we focus more on behavior, on ABA and Skinner's theory, but I thought this can also have an impact on ABA. It's like we're saying that sometimes depression can also happen, since of course when you have a vision of who you wanted, basically. This is how the theory works. Like, this is your ideal self. The It means that this is who you are, and this is the perceived self, where this is the ideal self, like who you want to be. And when you think that the ideal self uh, is not uh, evenly matched, or it's not congruent or the same with your real self, this causes sadness, or this gives insecurities, uh, which can lead to like depression or anxiety or low self-esteem. So yeah, this can also be a good like way on understanding ourselves more. So my personal take on this is that, regardless of what you think, first of all, in regard to sensory stimuli, sensory problems or challenges, that masking is really an integral part of an autistic person's life. So I won't talk much about masking, since I think next week we'll have another seminar with it, with Aaron. He's a very, very cool guy. Um, um, and whether you hang out with friends, ask for a job, or just trying to impress someone to, perhaps so you can have a date or something. Um, Masking you will always have the tendency to mask. So yeah, uh, oops. Again, the depression cycle, of course, the depression. Another thing aside from the bullying thing is like uh, low energy, fatigue, and decreased. After that, we got, because of low energy, we there's a decreased, there's a neglect of responsibility, and because of that, we feel guilty and hopeless, which causes also depression. And so, why do that happen? perhaps we tend to have low energy and fatigue because of the constant misunderstandings, like the bullyings. When you are bullied or when you are being isolated, what's happening is that perhaps you might feel tired, or perhaps you might not like going to you might not like hanging out with your peers anymore, which of course gives us that fatigue vibe or fatigue feeling whenever we are trying to do our task. And of course, because of that, we tend to like neglect our responsibilities. And because of that, we tend to feel guilty, neglecting our responsibilities. We know into ourselves that we feel hopeless. Uh, we know to ourselves that we will be facing the consequences. But regardless of what we think about the consequences, because again, we feel like there's this side of us like think that there's no point about it. So this we just ignore it or neglect it nonetheless, even though uh, we feel guilty or something. And this causes depression again from the bull again. This is in connection to earlier, because of the bullying. Uh, yeah, and of course, there are times in life where we are constantly being exposed to factors that causes our depression even more. Uh, like again, like going back to our to my inspiration upon making this, Lenny Felix. Uh, because of his autism, he was unable to find a job, a proper job, um, because he was too mentally challenged. Into he was unable to go to college, and at least this is what I you know, and this again this is like a spoiler alert. And because of that, he wasn't able to like impress a girl, or just do whatever an adult like. And because of it, the thought of it, that he thinks that he might be wasting his youth, like he's supposed to be in his prime at the time. Because of that, because of the fact that he can't do it, um this causes him depression. you know um uh and that's why he said those things, like he wished he was born normal. And in a way, I can also understand that. I can talk about a lot of my problems, about like my life here, like what I've been through. But I think that's a reason that you know to put it simple, when we are exposed, sometimes we really can't help but um just uh, face it. And yeah, while it's true, enjoying whatever we have and not think about it, what caused depression, is easier said than done. I remember I talked to my mom about it, because I also have my insecurities, and she said, uh, "Just enjoy it, whatever you have." But it's hard, you know, considering again social medias, seeing your classmates getting successful and all of that, and seeing you, you know, like it's not good comparing, but it's like thing that we can't be helped. So what can we do? Um, Again, depression being called a psychological fever, we can do something about it. While we have this general practice strategies, like finding support, but let's try to be realistic. Um, for parents, active listening and empathetic engagement, encouraging social interactions, celebrating small victories, and we always be available to your child, even if even if your child sounds like a broken record, or like even if you're annoyed that your child thinks always voice out his insecurities, just be there for him. Provide opportunities for your child to practice their skills, and limit dopamine traps like alcohol, social media. Like don't just give like iPhone to your kids. I know it's cliche, but it is. And for active listening, like again, uh, uh, to put it, it's like I know that as parents, there's also we parents also are obliged to like help the child. This includes being frank to them, but again, being this involves learning the right method of like talking to them. Like knowing if they need a more empathetic approach, or knowing if you should be frank with him or not. So, and for us, persons with autism, techniques for manage. Let's try challenge negative thoughts, and uh, always give time in like our enjoying our hobbies. Uh, enjoy life, and learn how to appreciate yourself, forgive yourself, and start again. And yeah, conclusion. Autism doesn't come with an instruction guide. Comes with a family who never gives up. A conclusion: improve self-regulation and have social participation. You know, Again, early diagnosis, it really is a help. It really can help a lot. It will really be helpful in the future, and practice empathy, and families' role is very crucial. So thank you for listening, everyone. And yeah, I guess if Miss Bella are next Q&A, yes,
Thank you, Pao. That was really enlightening and insightful, ano? How do you deal with all these things? I know it's challenging, especially as an autistic adult. And currently, you are also attending your law school. So, how do you describe it briefly so that everybody can also learn from you?
uh, you know, uh, actually, ma'am, I haven't really, I'm unprepared in answering the question, not because I don't have an answer or anything, but it's just I don't really know how to answer, since again, just like Lenny, I also have my fair share of inferiority complex, like being 28 and still being unable to like being independent. And um like aside from autism, like what's more yeah, I developed a skin disease, psoriasis. So there are just times where it's going outside, get the help, people will just stare at you. It really hindered me in, like finding a job or anything. uh, uh, and and actually it's the reason why I went to law school. Like I told Ma, like I think this is really a good opportunity for me, like for career advancement. But again, it's not easy. So uh again, I failed some subjects, and oftentimes I would end up questioning myself, like, why am I here? Possible I could have just tried a better route. Like, perhaps I could have done this or done that. Seeing um other classmates getting successful, going on other countries, um, buying, going on expensive restaurants or all of that. Like, of course, I would ask Ma, like, why am I like this? Um, and she would also always often respond to just not question God, of course, being a religious person, and just appreciate whatever you have. So, again, since ha- having the limited resources that we have, I think my what we can do is to, again, practice being gratefulness, I guess, uh like appreciate, like really trying our best to uh be positive, even if it's hard. Like again, it's like simple, celebrating simple, um simple achievements, like For example, even if even if you have a bad day in law school, you have a bad day in recitation, try at least treat yourself, like watch an anime or do see your hobbies, um like write a novel or something, like like in my case, I um and yeah, just
Thank you, Pao.
doing
Yes,
that.
I think that's really a very good reminder. Be grateful, count those small and big things, celebrate small wins, big wins, and then the mindfulness. Sometimes we tend to forget that we are fortunate than the others. Yung iba nagsasuffer sa war or mas limited ang mga resources nila. So thanks for reminding us. Um, so let's invite them, no? So we have a webinar series next week ulit. We'll see them. And then we will post more information sa social media. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, thank you po.